it's your girl Jenny with another reading vlog, and in this one we are going to be reading books with red covers or red on their cover. So Ricky did actually choose both of these books. I think I may be able to squeeze in one more, but so far these are the books for the vlog. First we have XXX by Rayne Havok, and this is an extreme horror. And then we have Skeletons of Society by Maravilla, and this is a cartel romance, I believe. These are the two that we have for this vlog so far. And yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. I just started XXX by Rayne Havok, and I now know what the X stands for, and this first chapter is already brutal. I highly recommend that you check the trigger warnings because there's already an SA scene. This is an extreme horror, and it's already extreme. The one thing I did notice with this one is obviously it's a fast read. Margins are pretty wide and the spacing between letters is wide, and like the font's pretty big, so you can pretty much read this very quickly. But I have been noticing quite a few mistakes that should have been caught by like an editor, so I'm kind of surprised. I'm not sure because I've read several of her other books. Killstream is one of my favorites by her, but I don't think I remember seeing this many errors, so it's kind of throwing me out of the story a little bit. But so far all I have to say is that it's intense and I want to wash my eyeballs. Happy Wednesday. Quick little reading update. Yesterday I started and finished XXX by Rayne Havok, and usually I like Rayne Havok's books, but XXX, it was not the book for me. I did not like it whatsoever, and I could not in good conscience recommend it for various reasons. All I have to say is that the SA scenes were very brutal and graphic, and I'm someone that tends to enjoy reading extreme horror, so I know scenes like that are pretty common in this subgenre. However, it was the way that these scenes were written that felt very inappropriate personally, and I just did not like it. It did not sit well with me, and it just put a sour taste in my mouth. The twist in the book was interesting, but it was very rushed and underwhelming. I feel like they put a lot of narrative weight on depicting the suffering of the victims, and just I felt like there was just so much effort put into the SA scenes, and then the rest was an afterthought, and I just did not like that because there was no real resolution or revenge, and the stuff that was there was just not enough to outweigh the brutality of the first like 90% of the book. I do not recommend, and I'm just hoping to turn this vlog around and read something that I will enjoy. To keep on theme with books with red covers or red in the cover, I am going to be picking up Skeletons of Society by Maravilla, and I believe this is, yeah, part of the Toxic Paradise series, so we are pivoting over to romance. Look at this cover. It is beautiful. It is a signed copy. The dedication reads, "To all of you whose comfort shows are about murder, this is for you." The prologue. It's so pretty. What a start. Prologue. Warning you now, all my books start with murder. So I read the first chapter and we have already learned a ton of information. Ryan is our main character and she is a badass. The prologue started and she was 17 years old, and she was essentially taken in by this cartel, which this is a cartel story slash cartel romance, I think. And so now we flash forward to 10 years later and she's now 27 and she is like high ranking in this cartel. Sergio is the leader of it all, the kingpin, and he's essentially kind of like her pseudo dad, because once she was taken in by Mario, his son, he kind of raised them. Obviously he raised Mario, but he kind of raised Ryan to be like a daughter of his own, so that's why she is so high up in this cartel world, and she's really good at her fucking job. But there's kind of some, not beef, but there's a little bit of tension between her and Mario, the son, because he doesn't really do his job as well as he should be. He just pawns it off to her, which again is why she's so good at her own job. But yeah, that is where we left off. I'm going to try not to give too many spoilers, but just kind of tell you the vibe of the story. So far, I'm enjoying it. I'm gonna go back to work now, and I cannot wait to pick this back up after work. I just found out that today, Wednesday, August 20th, is Latina Day. So happy Latina Day. I know this is gonna go up way after the fact, but time to celebrate us. With that being said, I definitely want to celebrate tonight, and I'm glad I actually started Skeletons of Society today because the author, Maravilla, she's actually a Latina author. So what better way to spend the day than reading a Latina author? I only read 30 pages today. The book is good though. We just got introduced to a character named Nikki, which is Ryan's like best friend roommate, and I freaking love Nikki. I'm enjoying it so far. I just got to the chapter with a different POV. The first POV is Ryan, and then the second POV is Gunner, which is so funny because the name Gunner is like Gunner because he's really good with a gun. But my in-laws have a dog named Gunner, Gunnar, and I just can't help but to picture the dog. Yeah, that's my update. I'm gonna go to bed because it's actually really early for me. It's 10:39 p.m. and I'm sleepy, so I'm gonna take advantage of that. Last night we were introduced to like the motorcycle club, and they were having their church. I only know just a brief amount about motorcycle clubs because last year or 2 years ago, my husband and I were watching Sons of Anarchy. He was technically rewatching it, and it was my first time watching it. I never finished it. After a while, I kind of got bored. With that being said, I have a little bit of understanding about the motorcycle clubs, and by little understanding, I mean just like some terminology. We were introduced into the Skeletons of Society, and I have initially ordered this book from the author herself, Maravilla, and it came with some artwork. So this is Ryan, La Brujita, and then I don't know who this is yet, but this is from Syndicate of Sins, and this is Scarletta. I'm pretty sure we're going to be introduced to her in the next few chapters, but I really enjoy the artwork, and I feel like this is a bit of a spoiler, but it says Gunner, and then this kind of looks like Ryan, so I thought this was hot. This right here, if you can't read, says swallow. I guess we know that our Brujita Ryan is gonna go to Gunner, which is going to create a lot of commotion because Mario, the son of the Kingpin, is obsessed with Ryan, so this is definitely going to create a ton of tension. I'm excited. Back to reality. One more. We are done with work. Let's go. Let's go. Just one more day. Just one more day. Just one more day. I'm losing my mind. I just filmed a TikTok opening some book mail, and I figured I would show you guys right here as well. My husband ended up gifting me some books. This is essentially a thank you for helping him with his podcast. As his wife, I don't expect anything like this because truly I love helping him, supporting him, loving him, all that jazz, okay? Plus, I love creating content of any kind, and this has been quite an adventure for us to figure out together, so honestly, not mad at it. I really love doing it. As a Taurus though, I will never say no to a gift. Here are the books that he gifted me. First, we have Rest Stop by Nat Cassidy, and I believe this is an extreme horror, if I'm remembering correctly. Honestly, I don't really tend to read too much about like what the book is about because I'd rather go in knowing as little as possible. So it's all vibes over here, okay? But look at this cover. It is so cool, so stunning. There's a bunch of googly eyes all over this, so that's very intriguing because I don't know what this is about. And then we have Pink Neon by Megan Stockton. And again, look at this cover. It is so pretty. So yeah, that is the book mail for today. Thank you so much to my husband. His podcast is called Watch More Movies. He talks about movies, and you don't have to be a film buff. You could just be a casual moviegoer if that's your vibe. He really wants to appeal to all audiences, and he just released an episode today, and I listened to it during my lunch, and I absolutely loved it. So I really love what he's doing on his show. I'm not just saying that because he's my husband, okay? I'm a little biased, but I can also appreciate when someone is doing really awesome work. So shout out to him. Sometimes I'm a reader and other times I'm a book collector. In moments like this, I am a book collector. I have dilly-dallied far too long after work, and now we have about 40 minutes until Ricky gets home, so I definitely want to read. This is the title. So this is a Gunner chapter. Boys are dumb, and there's something so satisfying about laughing at them. Yes, I agree. Loteria. So Gunner is part of the motorcycle club. Ryan is part of the cartel, and the two are doing a deal for gun running. And Gunner was tasked to meet up with the point of contact for the cartel. And initially they were told that they were going to meet with Mario, the son. And then suddenly, as they're on their way to go meet with this contact, they were told like, hey, you're actually going to meet with Ryan. And they're just annoyed because they're like, oh, we know nothing about the details pertaining to this deal. So they just don't like the fact that they're going in knowing little to nothing about this. It would make anyone uncomfortable, especially in this world, right? But they were told that the point of contact is Ryan. And Gunner is like, I bet this Ryan person doesn't even know how to fucking oversee an arms deal properly. Sergio is playing with us. And it's like, Gunner, just you wait, because you're about to eat your fucking words, because Ryan is that fucking person. So Loteria is not just a typical strip club. They prefer to call it a Latin burlesque club to appeal to more customers. So that's awesome. Gunner just laid his eyes on Ryan for the first time, and let me say, she has left an impression on him. Fuck. Oh my Lanta. So now they officially know that Ryan is like the lead point contact, but Gunner is still pissing me off. He's like, she probably just delegated to someone else. That body wasn't doing manual labor. I bet her hands were soft as her curves. They had never seen hard work. She was probably paid to look pretty, and then when shit hit the fan, I was sure all she did was find people to fix it or went crying to Mario. I hate when a man underestimates a woman, and I can't wait for him to realize that he is wrong. She is the person in charge, and she's the one doing it herself. She's actually carrying out the hard work. She didn't realize I couldn't give my attention to anything other than her, even if I wanted to. And he says that he already has possessive feelings. So you were eye fucking me upstairs. Guiltily, I have not been reading. Welcome to this segment of stupid shit people say. There's this trend on TikTok that says things my boyfriend has genuinely said to me, and this is the first one. I can't wait to see your post-mortem body one day. He did in fact mean postpartum. Let's go through these comments because I feel like we could all use a little giggle. My ex told his family I was bulimic. I'm iron deficient and anemic. My boyfriend was being all sweet at dinner and told me, I just love all of your cute little aneurysms. He definitely meant mannerisms. He told his family I'm dysfunctional. He meant dyslexic. My husband told me he was living vicariously through someone at work. I was pretty surprised. He meant vicariously. My sister told me the hospital thought she had necrophilia. She meant narcolepsy. Someone said, men are so cute, I wish they were real. This is gonna be the last one. My boyfriend told his cousin he wanted him to be our kid's stepfather. He meant godfather. Oh, that was good. That was good. I hope you guys giggled as much as I did. It's time to pivot back to skeletons of society. I don't know why I said it like that. I don't annotate every single book that I have just because I feel like it's kind of homework sometimes. This book calls for it. I have some highlighters. I have these little tabs. Happy Friday! It is the last day of the week. I am so excited. Today has been incredibly busy at work. I'm about to take a quick break so that we can go do our library pickups. We're also going to stop by Dunkin'. Don't mind the eyebrows. I'm getting them done a little bit later today, which is why I'm rocking like a no makeup look. I did put on eyeliner and mascara. That's as far as it's gonna go for now. I am home now. We picked up our coffee. It looks absolutely delicious. So let's do a taste test. So good. So these are the two books I picked up from my library. First, we have Margot's Got Money Troubles by Ruthie Thorpe. I have seen this quite literally everywhere on socials, and a lot of people really enjoy this one. And then the next one I know absolutely nothing about. I was just scrolling my library site to see like what books are available to place a hold on, and this cover looked so interesting. It's called El Fuego by David Rubin. Look at that cover. I did not know it is a graphic novel. I think that's what they're called. I think this might be sci-fi, a psychological, philosophical, and geographical odyssey through the last remaining days of planet Earth. A massive asteroid is on collision course with Earth, which I just read Project Hail Mary, and Earth was dying in a different way. So I mean, I guess I'm on a roll with these type of books. These are the two that I picked up. So walking in TJ Maxx and I looked over because something kind of just like caught my attention. I didn't really think too much of it, but I looked anyway, and I saw this ghost face mug. I'll give you a quick little reading update. Right now Ryan is at the MC, like the motorcycle club, and there's like this kind of like hazing initiation thing where any new member or someone that is going to be working with this MC is required to fight. No one really believes that she'll be able to do it. Like, they still think that she's just like the face of it all, and she delegates like the hard stuff to other people. So they really don't think that like she's cut out for this, and I genuinely can't wait to see her prove them wrong. Like, I'm excited for it. Happy Saturday! We are not going to get too much reading done today because we're actually going to go to my friend Jesse's 30th birthday party, so that's going to be so much fun. I'm waiting for my sister to start heading there so we can get there together. So I will be reading a little bit of Skeletons of Society for a few minutes. I think these are like author's notes at the beginning of every title. But she's like, this scene is top fucking tier. Ugh, hold my throat and tell me to swallow. Gunnar knows that Ryan is going to have to fight, and he's like nervous for her. So as it's leading up to it, he's like, I was going to try to give her a crash course on how to throw a punch. My dude, she's a killer. You just don't know it yet. Alright, so quick update. Ricky actually convinced me to paint my nails because the whole theme of this vlog is to read books with red on the cover, and they came out, don't look too closely because they're a little sloppy, but they look so good. He was right because it matches the book oh so well. Right now we're gonna have a late lunch. It's about 3:30 now, and we are currently watching Before Midnight. I know this isn't like the best angle, but here's a quote from Gunnar that I really liked because he just witnessed Ryan doing something violent for the first time. Well, after the fight. If you're wondering if I think there's something wrong with you, I don't. Right and wrong are not as black and white as people want to pretend. The gray area is where people who do the most good for others live. We are willing to bear the burden so others can stay solely in the light. And this is the first time that Gunnar has spoken, and I was okay with it. He is working through some misogynistic things. He's even admitted it. He's like, oh shit, that is not at all what I meant. And he's trying to work through that. And he's slowly getting better. He does piss me off. Monday! Look what I got over the weekend. A pumpkin cup from Walmart. It was like $3 something. I am still reading Skeletons of Society and I am having so much fun with it. Mario, though, the son of Serio, he is officially a bigger part of our story now, and I'm just mad because he is so frustrating. I feel so bad for Ryan because it's definitely like one of those like toxic relationships. Not that she's doing anything, but he's so manipulative. He just dropped a bomb on Ryan in front of Gunnar, and I just feel so bad for Ryan because she is such a badass woman, and unfortunately like she's stuck because like Mario kind of helped her out of poverty when she was younger, and now he holds it over her, and because he's heir to this, she kind of just has to go with it, but it's getting to a point where she might not have to. Who knows? Who knows? Happy Tuesday, everyone. I have been been doing a really bad job at filming and vlogging these last few days, so I do apologize. Right now I am finishing up my lunch and I made myself some toast with beans, eggs, queso fresco, and like hot sauce. I am now past the halfway mark of Skeletons of Society, and oh my god, I'm trying not to spoil you guys, but stuff has happened. It feels kind of, it's not a slow burn because there was like instant attraction. However, they can't be together and it's so sad, but whenever Gunnar and Ryan interact, it's so hot. Wednesday, everyone. Today is an in-office day. Last night I got to page 231 and shit has gone down between both motorcycle clubs, and I think someone who is supposed to be trusted is involved with it. Everyone else seems to have that same thought. There are 355 pages, so we could finish this in the next few days, but I think it's going to carry over into the next vlog. I knew it. The person who was to be trusted, which nobody even trusts to begin with, is the person behind this fucking attack, and let me just say, I want to beat his motherfucking ass. Ryan was no prey. She was my equal, who granted me the pleasure of dominating her. And that is a good stopping point. Oh! So something happened and someone's identity was revealed and I'm in shock. That was a twist I did not expect. Truly, I'm in shock. Anyway, I have like 40 pages left and fuck, man, I don't know what is gonna happen. I'm so nervous. I just finished Skeletons of Society by Maravilla, and oh my gosh, I absolutely ate the story up. Now this is book 1 of the Toxic Paradise series. There are 2 more books after this, and I have to say I just ordered them. I could have waited, except they now have new covers and I really want these covers. I'm not a fan of like the cartoon people or the illustrated people on covers. It just sickens me that that is what everyone is doing nowadays. Like, how beautiful is this? So I did place an order for the old covers and I should get that in the next few days. Should I have spent money? Absolutely not, but I will for books. I don't know what else to say. I don't want to like spoil anything, except if you are looking for like a cartel motorcycle club romance type of situation with twists, trauma, very strong female lead, then I recommend that you check this out. Also, we get dual POVs. We get the POV of Gunnar, and he's a man that's in love and is not afraid to show it or say it. So that's something I absolutely loved about Gunnar. Not at the beginning. If you guys saw he was pissing me off, but man did he come around. And the other characters, Dex, hilarious. Nikki, I just loved. And then we were introduced to Scarletta, and she is another badass woman that I would be scared of, but also so inspired by. I really recommend this one. And yeah, I guess that's all I have to say. This is such a strong debut, and that only makes me more excited for the next 2 books in the series. I'm so happy. I'm so happy to be ending the vlog on a good note, because the vlog started off on such a low point. So I'm glad that we're ending on a high. So if you've read either of these books and have different opinions or the same opinions, let me know what you think. And that will conclude this vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one. And as always, happy reading.